such a loaded topic though, and I think it's really
It
weird
is.
that people can't understand that when you say visuals, it's a whole category of things, right? You can have, like you're saying, there's visual fidelity, which is just flat out resolution, and
Yeah.
quality of texture. How anti-aliasing is implemented or not implemented in
Yeah.
the in the case of Switch,
Well, it
which can be a
depends on.
plus or it could be a minus, depends on the
It
game.
depends. Well, I guess it's probably not anti-aliasing, but like one of the things that I will say is that the game looks way better when it's in handheld mode. Like in
Oh,
handheld
when it's
mode,
on end, it looks magical.
it's oh my god, drop dead gorgeous. Like on the
Yeah, you
TV,
could tell me that's a 4K image, and I'd be like, it is. It looks amazing.
on the TV, okay, you can see a couple of things here and there, like a couple of jaggies and whatnot, but it still looks really good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So it's not really like
But-
a big thing that bothers
Yeah.
me at all.
But the thing I'm digging and people don't seem to be discussing as much is art direction, like visual design, like throw away textures, throw away any of that stuff, and we're just talking about the direction art-wise, like the world building, the general atmosphere, how things look and feel, like the feel of the world of Rise. I want to live in Kamuda, like I'm in love.
It's got a lot of like it's got a lot of like obviously Eastern aesthetics and stuff like that, which it's almost in a way it's almost like the portable third that a lot of people in the West never got to experience because we've
Yeah.
seen Yakumo Village in generations, but it's not really the same thing. You're not really experiencing the same game. You're not experiencing the same armor sets and stuff like that. So yeah, that is something that I'm also really excited about actually diving in because like right now I feel like I've played Shrine Ruins so much that I just feel like the whole game is Shrine Ruins. So I actually can't wait to actually make the game feel full again by having all of these other zones because like after you've played a demo for as long as we have, which I still don't know how many hours I've played by now because last time I checked you needed to have like 10
I'm
days
over 100
past
for
this.
sure.
But yeah,
I'm over
I would
100.
imagine that I'm over 100 as well on this demo alone. And it's like it's 100 hours in the same map. Like this is
And the same 5 monsters over.
yeah, and the same 5 monsters over and over again, which is insane. But another thing that I find interesting about this topic, because whenever you talk about the visuals, there's always people that come in and say, dude, like, world sold 10 million copies, best-selling game, why would they go back to Switch now, right? That's like one of the things that people always like to bring up. And it's interesting because today I was reading a couple of news articles. Guess which console sold the most in 2020?
Oh, Switch?
It was the Switch.
Yep.
I also read another article. I'm not sure how precise that is. You know what the percentage was of like console sales in Japan in terms of Switch?
I'm gonna guess that Switch has 90%, almost, maybe 80.
That's
90.
pretty close. That was pretty close. 87%. It's like when people say that like the Switch is not a successful console. Like, let me assure you, you're a minority. Okay, like I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Like this was the best-selling console of 2020, and it completely dominates Japan. And the Monster team is a Japanese team. So it's great that they've seen success. They've finally seen the success that this series deserves, like worldwide. But they also want to serve their home market, and the PlayStation is just not as big in Japan anymore. Quite simply. Like,
Well, I mean, I got sales figures in front of me because it's something I was very interested in.
oh, really?
And again, so I would have all the sales figures for every month.
Man. Let's go.